I'm Roberta Moore. My father was Bobby Moore, who became a sporting legend when he captained the England team to victory in the World Cup in 1966.
England are the world champions.
I adored my father. I was a real daddy's girl. I think we bonded from a very early age because Dad was an insomniac. He had a scare with cancer when he was in his early 20s. I think at night he would worry about it, and I was a really bad sleeper as a baby, and we used to spend an awful lot of time together. We are at the Boleyn Ground. This is where West Ham football team plays, and this is the club that my dad played the majority of his career for. He was a local boy from Barking, so this was very much his home. Dad was an only child, and he was adored by both his parents. I remember my grandmother used to iron his shoelaces. She wanted everything absolutely perfect for him. Dad was incredibly neat and tidy. It was all about appearance, and he loved clothes. He literally would colour code his clothes in the wardrobe.
Having been a fan and suddenly a player alongside him, you couldn't help but learn, the importance of doing things properly in your preparation before a game. At Sundays, he was always here, lapping, working. If he had a night out, enjoying himself, he wanted to sweat it out the next day, making sure his fitness was going to be good. He was quite shy, actually, but just the way he conducted himself, he was meticulously tidy. He presented himself, was a great role model for us.
We'd sit in the same 3 seats up there every single match. We would wait intently for Dad to run along this edge of the pitch, and he had a secret wave, which was that. He never failed to give us the wave. This was my first family home. It was at this house that we were living when there was a kidnap threat, and we had a team of detectives move in with us for a couple of weeks. And we had a lovely nanny at the time called Pauline. And Pauline and Geoffrey, one of the detectives, ended up falling in love, and I was a bridesmaid at their wedding. This was the house that I lived in from the age of about 7. And Mum and Dad designed the house, and it was their dream home. They were the posh and becks of their day. They had a very glamorous lifestyle. I remember we had lots of parties. When we were on family holidays, it was always very relaxed and very low-key. Dad had a hat. It went everywhere on holiday with us. He just used to love this hat. I always remember Dad with cut-off denim shorts and his little holiday hat. In my late teens, my mother and father went through a very bad patch in their marriage, and from having a very blessed and charmed childhood, it was a real storm. It was a very, very difficult time. Even though my mother and father split up, he was always there for us as a father. He never left us as children. After the divorce, I worked with him. We were very, very close. I knew that he'd been getting a very upset stomach, and he was diagnosed with bowel cancer. He was a very private man, so we decided to keep it very much to ourselves, that he was ill with a terminal condition, and he very stoically continued working. He lived his life to the full. I'm very, very proud of my father, and one of the reasons I wanted to set up the Moore Family Foundation was I felt that there was something that we could do with Dad's legacy in the area that he grew up in. We decided to go into schools and work with children just before they go into secondary school. It's not just about academic support, it's about making lifestyle choices. So we wanted to incorporate some of Dad's core values.
Respect. We've got hard work, self-discipline.
I think Dad will always be a very, very integral part of West Ham.
Our greatest son, Bobby Moore.
He will go forward with them at the new Olympic Stadium. He was such a wonderful man. His legacy will go on and on.